I'm going to try. I'm going to try to stream, guys. Very, very raw. It's unbearable. It's the left eye now. That's rare. It's only once every 3 years that happens. So the heat's on. I don't know what it is, but I've done this about 6 times that I said that I wasn't going to be able to stream. It never really happened that I wasn't able to stream since 2016, except maybe once, I think. But hey, shit happens. So yeah, credible eye. But then no, I don't want to put user in timeout. So I can't even take my own fucking comments off. Oh well, so be it. Elias, how are you, man? LA, hello. Trying to see everything. Yeah, well, the thing is that I'm also probably was going to stream Saturday tomorrow to do a surprise, but I wanted to change it. I wanted to see if maybe tomorrow, but this is something though, people from Australia or UK, I'm not sure which it is. There's people in the world where right now it's early in morning and New Zealand and stuff didn't have any chances to come in and see my streams. So what I did is by doing the streams, this friggin' light is so bright. I'm a vampire. There you go. Some people can't come to the stream. I don't want to change the days, but if it happens, y a rien là, hein? Au pire, if I wasn't able to last and we weren't able to go through the video, just stop the stream. That's why being effectively always here and progressively, not progressive, productive, there's no danger. It can happen, but it's not something that happens very often. I'll be honest with you. Making room here, more and more stuff on the table. Got my coffee with me. Hey, everyone, thanks for the last stream, for coming by, for listening into the video. If you didn't, check it out. Stream to about 121 on the time mark, and you'll be able to see the video that I talked about. We got a cool video tonight too. That's hot. Very, very hot. I wish I had so much to discuss. I could do my own live stream on my channel. Yeah, right. I'm sure you got plenty. But in reality, it's like that. No matter whether you're popular or not, when you're streaming, sometimes just, you can't get insulted if people aren't coming to the stream. Like right now, we're 27, by the way, watching. Don't forget, I'm approaching 100,000 subscribers. Are we really? Right? There's only 170 of my subscribers that watched the last video. So it's surprising, but it's not surprising. We're back down to 298.250. So we lost 59 subs today and 49 subs today, which you got to keep teasing me, trolls, because I'm still laughing at you. Big time. Big time. They can't produce UFO videos, but in reality, it's not a little troll that's keeping my subscribers down. I don't get subscribers here, by the way. I only have 1 or 2 people that are subscribing to the same channels and unsubscribing. Guess what? Duh. You can see your subscribers, right? People know, like you trolls know that, right? Like I can see who subscribes and unsubscribes every time. And the trolls have been getting mad because I've been going to block the ones that sub and unsub. Why would somebody subscribe and unsubscribe 3 times in the week? You block those people. It's just fake or bots. It could be bots also at the same time. Darla is in the house. We got Rod R here, Star Hunter. And if my eye doesn't last and we cut the stream, so be it. We'll make a little bit of a shorter stream. But we got plenty of videos coming on the way, that's for sure. UFOs, lights still rising up in the sky. When I get the chance to see outside. How's it going, you guys? Maybe I was stressed out with my son this week. Told you guys my son, he's starting on Monday. I'm really anxious for him. Lost a good paying job, actually, especially at his young age. He's in his 20s. And no more production, right? So he hit the pavement, found himself another job, and I'm proud of him. And Monday he is starting. But that all happened when rent is due, the hydro is due, and everything, and they don't stop fucking jacking it up. They jacked up his rent 3 times. So there's no protection for the people now anymore. Nicole S is here. Thank you very much, Nicole. How are you? Where is it? Where did I see you the other day? We were on another channel. I was checking out a certain special channel. I always keep my eye on certain channels. And I think, where is it? We saw each other. It was funny. Was it funny? I don't remember where it was. Anyway, Nicole S., since the time you've been here, thank you so much for the incredible support to the channel. So yeah, so like I was saying, only 160 people that subscribed to the channel actually saw the last video. So that's, I think, sent out 2% notifications, 3% of the notifications, and nobody else got any notifications, because you can see in your analytics who you send out the notifications to, and you can know the percentage also of the notifications that are sent out also. Christopher Rollins, how's it going, man? Nice to see you. Poor Space Stuff channel, Richard Astor from Florida, was streaming today on the sun and filaments and stuff. Tried to go back to his channel, can't even find it, and I was having problems. I shared the link, but I guess he maybe encountered problems. Could be even YouTube that started or scheduled it by its on its own, on their own. Gary, thanks, man. Thanks for coming back, y'all. Yeah, a little bit of a sore throat. That could be it too, eh? A little bit of a cold or something starting. I wasn't outside long enough, I guess, the other night. It was freezing. Happens a lot during the change of temperatures. Vitamin C and all that to stay fit. And then we're good. We're always good. Elias Valhatla is in the house. DS, how are you? I've only seen crazy UFO happenings on the moon from you, Bruce. Hey, I appreciate that, DS. Hey, actually, DS, we're gonna go see another video today if we make it there. I'm sure we will, on some of my research. Again, some stuff that I've showed before, and people are not looking at the new stuff, I guess, like the UFOs all week. Again, not just you guys, but think of it. It really is literally just you guys here. It's funny. I shared Crosshatch's video, cool capture video. It's always cool to see a video, and a UFO video or phenomena video, and got about, thank you everyone. I think he got about 150 or 170 views. But it's funny because I knew he would only get about that, because that's what I get as comments. So the people that are going to my community posts and encouraging, or going to look at channels that I share, it's you guys only here, only you guys. There's no new people that go to other channels. I see it on Crosshatch. It's always the same good people that are there commenting and stuff. Doesn't mean you have to go to other people's channels. I'm just saying that there's no new people that come to the channel. But we get a lot of commenters saying, hey, I'm new here, just subscribe to your channel. And when they say that, I look, and I just lost 3 subscribers at the moment he says that. Doesn't mean they're trolls. Could be someone unsubscribing some of the people, but there would be more people than that realizing that you're unsubscribed. So it's just keeping me back so that the subscribers don't rise up. But I do. Alex Jones talks a lot about this shadow banning and suppression. We do this because we get banned, right? I'm not comparing myself to Alex at all. Not the same subject, by the way. What I'm showing on the moon, nobody ever showed. David Grush didn't show it. Luis Elizondo didn't show it. The Pentagon never showed it. The Navy, CIA never showed videos like I show. The what's cool? Gotta hand it to them. That one stupid video they show of the is it the Mogul, whatever, in Saudi Arabia, or is it the Emirates, or whatever? On the other side, that sphere traveling around. But the problem is that's not alien. I believe that's governmental, right? So they're going to show governmental things. Could it be China in American airspace, when it's them themselves doing their stupid testing? No, they're testing biological weapons, the Americans, in Africa and Nigeria and shit like that. And lots of stuff going on, because the states are in every country, as they are here in my country right here. Thanks again, DS. Oh, yes. Well, you're going to like the next video. We're going to not waste too much time either. Well, we're not wasting time here, actually. And hopefully I should be able to last. And any day is good for me. I'll be here. Right on, Cam. Appreciate that. That's why I love you guys. Thank you very much, LA. I appreciate that. Like I said, it's inspiring. And when you come on, LA, maybe even you think, yeah, I'm a bit too down these days to come on and want to stream and endure what people say. There's never more bad than there is good. There's always more good. On YouTube, I thought it was a disgusting platform with nobody good on it. And I realized that in my community, there's more good people than bad people. It's that a little bad person on YouTube can create 5, 10 channels. It causes a lot of havoc in a community when 5 or 10 people are complaining about something, because then you have other people that are good people like you guys that are very careful. Maybe you'll stay away, or maybe you'll say, I'll just watch, I won't contribute or anything. You never know who this guy is, because a lot of people will say things about people until you do your own research, you know. Scooter Gainer, love the name. Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. Thank you. Leah, how's it going? Did you find your sketch? No, no. And I even looked for it after I left. And don't get me looking. I'll be right back. I was going to go back and look. I'm going to have to find it after. I will. And it's on the, it's actually on a sheet that talks about invisible craft. And I do. It's funny that I talk about invisible craft, and the sheet disappeared. She disappeared. Go figure. It must be with my Moldavite that I never found in my army pants. How's it going, Susan? Thanks for stopping by here. Hey, thanks those of you that stopped by my brother's stream. Also, if you don't know my brother and you want to do want to check out his channel, he just finished streaming. I posted his link in the community. Stop by and give him some love. Austin, honey, how are you? Hi, Bruce and the Brucelets. Thank you. Happy Friday to you too, my friend. Thanks to all of you for coming in to see what I'm going to talk about and or do. You never know. Jackie McDonnell. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Hello, my shiny happy people. Shiny happy people. Haven't heard REM in a while. Thinking of some old groups. Holding Hands might be giving my eyes a smartphone rest after this one. I hear ya. That's how it is, eh? I was watching Jason stream, my brother, and thanks for stopping by, Jackie, and all of you. Darla, everyone. His Hireness, a whole bunch of people here. And I'm watching the stream and here a couple hours, and then after that, my eye. The minute I get off with my brother, I went to start the stream, and then the eye started. It must be stress. Maybe it's just Bruce is a stressed out guy. We don't seem to be stressed. Especially, I wouldn't be showing what was on the moon if I was that stressed out, actually. Honestly, I'm going to look at some cool stuff again together. Super Dave, 44. Thank you, brother. As always. I'm telling you, man, we get a lot of, a lot of people that come see these videos here, but we don't get many subscribers that stick around. I'm losing subscribers all the time, down to 40 today, 49 today. Thanks a lot, Super Dave 44. I used to could block your trolls, but could block your trolls. Yeah, well, of course, because you're another channel, unfortunately, that I can't re-add in the settings. And it sounds like a lie, but it's not. Stephen A, I can't either. There's Matt Farms on my brother's channel that can't come to the stream anymore. Why the hell would I block random channels like that? I really don't understand why. Absolutely pisses me off. And it had nothing to do with Cindy's channel either, right? You know that straight up. As Kai was here, Christopher, there's a whole bunch of people that were, Gate Smasher, Julie's, the stats. They were all going to Cindy's channel, and that wasn't any of my business. But unfortunately, some people are blocked. Some people had wrenches and then lose them. Consider yourself lucky I had one. In reality, I don't even give them out. It's been years. When you think of it, these trolls should be called maggots. Oh, they do. I call them that plenty of times. And not trolls. That's too kind. Absolutely. I'll tell you what, guys. Respect all your opinions. It's only a very nice comment when somebody says ignore the trolls. But I'm telling you, I suggest to face them. I did ignore them at the beginning. They got bad. When you face them, and I'm a comedian, I can face them in a fun way where the community is not going to hear, oh my God, Bruce, look what he's doing. He's screaming on his video. He's crying, telling people to go and attack that channel and stuff. What's happening to Bruce? Oh my goodness, I'm drifting away. That wouldn't even matter for the real truth seekers because they don't give a shit. They're looking for truth. They're looking at the videos. Honestly, most of you come here and watch my videos and you listen to what I'm saying, but you don't need to hear what I'm saying to watch the video to have your own opinions. And some of you even disagree with my own theories, which is, I'm all for it, right? I'm all for debating when you think of it. I have such a long learning curve if I stream. Well, see, that's the thing. No need for learning to even uncurve it, or to try to get quick to the end of the curve to catch up. People came to my channel, LA, here, and they asked, and they still do, Bruce, how far is the moon from Earth? What's apogee? What's perigee? Bruce, why are things lying down on the moon? Apparently, it's because of the constellation of Orion. They try to stump me in a bunch of things. Bruce, what's libration? What's parallax? What's foreshortening? They talk about pixelation, chromatic aberration. They talk about distances, fire and microgravity, atmosphere in the moon. How come, Bruce, why is the moon wavy? Bruce, why is the sky orange in the morning? And I know most of them are serious questions, but a lot of people tried to get me stumped. And LA, when I don't know, I don't respond. You know why? I don't have to. I know a shitload of lot of smart stuff that I learned. And there's a lot of questions that people ask me, and I learn all the time. I have no idea. People talking about, um, especially in the atmosphere, there's a few terms that people shoot out at me. I have not a clue. And then I go and look up the terms, and often it's actually what I'm explaining, but I'm not using the proper terms. And that's a compliment. A lot of people told me, Bruce, you're incredible. You explain things like scientists, but not in a scientific way. You explain things like, in a way, a dumbass, like someone would understand it, just the basics of science, because the big words and big terms, I watch some of the channels that use big words and big terms. In reality, some of the terms and words are not understood by anyone, unless you're researching. So I think it's important to express the research and what I'm finding, with common sense, with what we know about the moon. And I don't discredit any other researcher, or remote viewers, or Ingo Swan, or Linda Moulton Howe, or Bill Hoagland, or anyone. But I do my own research. And I don't just turn around and say the Anunnaki's on the moon, because that's something that was given to us as a theory, and I don't want to go through that. Right? If I find somewhere where God's name is Anunnakin or something, oh, maybe Anunnaki's God. Oh, well, then maybe they're on the moon or something. I go by common sense when I find out those stuff. Honestly, Christmas coming, Super Dave. How's it going, Andromeda? Loving last night. Hey, love. Last night, I thought I saw a fat moon out my window. Looked as if something was covering some of it. Then I photographed it. Wow, guess what was a TR3B with blue cylinder UFO coming out of it. Are you serious? You get all the luck. Andromeda native, when she had come here, I love you, sister. When she came here, well, not when she came here, one night a while back, when the hours before, I think it was 5 to 6 hours, maybe 3 to 4 hours before I got the UFO that came down in the yard. She told me to go outside. She said, "You're going to see something tonight." Well, lucky guess, Bruce. Will we see something? No, it was. I don't believe it was coincidence. And particularly, she said that at the end of the stream, if I'm not mistaken. When I went outside, I caught something in the sky. It was pretty incredible, because I find the energy that we all have here. A lot of people tell me, Bruce, what if everything that's happening in the physical world is just all of our thoughts? Well, if that's so, what's stopping us from thinking that, the war is going to be over and that peace is going to be coming and whatnot? Hezbollah. You know what's going on, guys? Did you hear? Go check out Alex Jones and Bad Dot Video. What's going on in the States? Threatening terrorist attacks and stuff in the States and around the world, threatening the to attack the States with bombs and stuff like that. Hezbollah. It's in the news. It's just happening right now. Big stink. When I get off here, that's exactly where I'm going to go, is on Infowars.com, to be able to see what Alex has to say. When you go there on Infowars.com, you go to the top of the page, and there's a lot of things all over the place. People complain. A lot of people complain to me. They say, I don't really like going there because all these boxes appear. Well, they don't really appear, guys. It'll appear once in 24 hours during your day. 2 boxes, simple boxes, will appear. They offer you as pharmaceutical things, and they offer you DNA Force or whatever. Some pills are really good. His dad was into pharmaceuticals and whatnot. But you click on featured when you go on Infowars, and then you scroll down on featured, and you look at all the recent news that pops up, because some people are lost when they go there before going on Band.video. Band.video is just basically the same things, but they also share more of what is it called? Oversight podcast. A bunch of other people, even Christian religious podcasts that people don't probably know that, but religious people can also follow them. Uh, whistleblowers like that, I always talk about them because they're the ones that are showing truth. Owen Schroyer in jail, right? And he just got out um, of the hole, basically, solitary confinement, and now he's more in the jail area and stuff like that. I think he's supposed to be there till the 24th of December. So, and everything they're trying to do for Trump, you got Biden is trying to eliminate the selections, and that's a real sad thing. Yes, exactly, Bruce Jr. I was proud of him, LA. Thank you. Thank you, Darla. Absolutely, because we're in such hard times, eh? And he is unfortunate. I shouldn't be talking without him being there, but about this, he's going to lose also a couple of dollars because he went up really a lot. Never missed a day of work. I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him for never missing a day of work. He'd be shoveling shit. I'd be proud of him, honestly. And he goes into work every day, and you know, whether it's snow or not. So I'm really proud of him. You never know, eh? Today with the jobs, and nothing's guaranteed, and there's a lot of advancement at that job. And um, it just so happens it's in the building when I used to work with the Greeks on the paper presses. And when my son went to work there, um, for me, it was a sign, a good omen. His first job, um, he worked with an electrician that was my father's best friend, one of my father's best friends when he was alive. And he was living the same area when my dad passed away. They were friends that were working at the same jobs. And for me, that was an omen. At the same time, my son got his job. I'm not lying. Um, one, 275, maybe 300 feet away from where my dad had his accident, where he worked. My first apartment was about, goodness, 50 to 100 feet, maybe 150 feet from where he didn't pass away, but he almost did, but where he had his accident. So, for me, my life has always revolved around, I know I'm off of the theme here there, but lots of things happen to me energy wise and stuff. And I've seen a lot of my life has been like a pattern. There's always a certain pattern of things that always occur, and there's certain things that give me warnings, like birds and stuff like that. And you can call me Dr. Doolittle. You can laugh, but it's weird. It's not coincidences, and a lot of shit happens sometimes. I'm telling you. But LA says her son is 22 and about 23 and going through much stress to re-job, pass college. Yeah, it's not funny what they have to go through, and for the future that what holds for them, it's really concerning. And as he's doing this, obviously it's the most important time not for food to be very expensive, and it's just ridiculous. I don't know about you guys in your country, but I'm sure it's just as bad. The rice went up triple the price. I mean, a little square of butter is $10 plus tax. I mean, it's getting pretty crazy. Prices went up, eggs doubled and everything. It is awesome. She sees a lot of stuff. I see a lot of stuff. A lot of people see a lot of stuff, and it's not for everybody. Not everybody sees UFOs. A lot of people do not see UFOs. I love how all the hardworking people get screwed over large, all the while freeloaders continue to do nothing and get everything paid for. True. That's I guess the system we live in, right? Stop touching. A commercial Bruce sees all. Don't get more infected. Warm compress. Right on. Oh, and now you sound like my mom. Stop touching your fucking eye. I'm not touching it. I'm taking the irritation away. Look, LA. Teasing you. Rod R is here. Hello, Rod R. In the house. Crazy Music Space Jam. Thank you for that kind message, my friend. Thank you for the likes, everyone. How many are we here? We're 3. No, we're 74 here. That's good. the bit better. Stephen A in the house. Auntie honey, thank you. Your son sounds like a very responsible young man. You did a good job raising him. But thank you so much. I was lucky. I was very lucky for him to be a good boy. And he's been doing good. He's been doing good. He's now interested. He understands about the Matrix. Okay, from Masonic secret societies to Klaus Schwab. There's some things I have to fill him in on between that, but he knows very well about what's going on. I explained to my son at a very young age about the Doria Institute. No, I didn't talk to him about lobotomies. I didn't talk to him about, the horrible things that they were doing. But I was telling him that there's some bad adults. I said, hey, Brandon, I said, your son, your dad, speaking to my son, your dad, is not mean to you or bad to you, even though he thought I was sometimes with kids, they're sensitive. But he realized that, a person's, one of his friends had a mean parents, and he understands that some parents, can be bad to their kids. He learned at a young age, some stuff. Him too went through some stuff, my kid. So yeah, we learn at a young age, but until we go through certain things, sometimes we don't learn. Sometimes they say, I haven't heard anyone with a business or anyone that has hit bottom and not hit the top afterwards, not tell me exactly just that. You have to hit rock bottom. Smear your face in the shit in the bottom of the ladder. And he goes, you'll crawl up so friggin' fast, you'll be at the top of the ladder, top of the game. And that's what happens. Until you smell the crap or you get your feet dirty, you're not really going to complain. And then when you see what happened or what you did, whether it be because of you or not, often you'll climb back up to the top of the ladder and get yourself back up, and, that's how it is. Andromeda, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Wow. Thanks for everything over the years. Also, Andromeda, for being a member and the generous contributions. I love you for it. Please keep close watch around and on the moon. Yes, something is up. Activity. Yes, and we're seeing light in a different way. I believe that the moon is shifting, changing places, not just turning, shifting places as it's locked in place like a UFO, Andromeda. And we're seeing that over the 2-year period. We're seeing this. I want to see through your scope. Thanks, love. My pleasure, my dear. Thank you so much. I know if so, you will be the one to catch it. Yes. And it's spontaneously like that. Honestly, you could ask my mother, how many times did I call her up and say, I went outside, brought the scope out for 2 minutes, started to rain, brought it back in. And then that crappy 2-minute footage, I get an object smashing into the moon. The one that I showed, that big object, that was 1 minute and 42 seconds of the record. It shook. I walked in to get the weights to put on the telescope. It stopped shaking after 1 minute. Okay. After after 30 seconds. And then that object came down and I was off of the moon with the telescope, which was by chance. If not, I wouldn't have seen the object hit. That object there, all the objects around the moon, even UFOs leaving. When you're on the moon with a telescope visually, you don't see the stars, especially you don't see lights around the moon. To see the stars around the moon, you have to zoom up. When you zoom up, then the star will come into focus and then you will see it. Thank you very much, Andromeda. Really appreciate that, sister. Thanks for the love. Casa Nostra, thanks for coming back, man. Cindy Turner, how are you? We're happy with our family. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're happy. People, I'm sure halfway through, honestly, how many of you were saying, he's not going to sing the whole thing? He's not going to sing the whole thing. Thanks a lot, Darla. Welcome, Cindy. Absolutely. I'm starting to get the flu. I think a slight headache with a bit of an itchy throat. Ouch. That's exactly what I have, brother. And an irritated nasal cavity. Yeah, that's weird. Why is the nasal cavity irritated, huh? Gosh, the trolls used to get me all the time like that. I show a beautiful cross on my knee. They go, look at the swastika. I showed my ancient Japanese writing because I love ancient writing, calligraphy on the side, and they said it said fuck screw the July. Okay, so then it was like I don't know why they do that, especially if you hack if you troll somebody and you make a video and you tell somebody that that person's like that and you get 1,000 views, you do know that those thousand people are going to go back to your channel and attack you after if you're not telling the truth. Trolls love that. And the most attacked people online are trolls. Think of it. That's why they've become trolls, you know. And I have some of my favorite trolls, which some of you we probably even appreciate. We get some funny trolls sometimes, and I love it. You know, we got an attack here at one point. Somebody called it an attack. It was bots, maybe 1,000 bots. They're all complimenting me. Got 1,000 bots came to the channel. They were saying Bruce rocks, Bruce to the moon. You know, it was hey, all good. Mgawa, what's this channel about? This, my friend, it's about research that I do. I have a 14-inch telescope. I filmed the moon, the stars, planets, nebulae. Over the years, I've done so many. I'm focusing on the moon with the activity that's there. I capture a lot of moving lights, as you're going to see in the video I'm going to start in a couple of minutes. And I have infrared cameras also, and I capture a lot of UFO lights in the vicinity, especially the past 2 weeks. If you go into Umgawa, sorry, into the uploads and you look at the past 2-3 weeks, it's all UFOs that are rising up in the sky that are invisible. I'm looking through the infrared spectrum. Have a lot of streams. We stream on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Eastern Montreal time. We stream on Fridays, today twice at 1 p.m. Eastern, and like this evening at 8 p.m. Eastern. Welcome to the community. Aloha. Hola. Hello. Bonjour. Thanks again, Cindy, for coming in. Sunch got sick again. That sucks. She left. Yeah. Could be. You got to wash your hands more. Oh, well, you see, you do know that the government are also flying around in UFOs, right? Andromeda, you know that too. So we do have extraterrestrials. I'm sure Andromeda knows that, not putting words in her mouth, but I'm sure she knows very well. Extraterrestrials exist, maybe even she would agree on Earth or whatever, or have been here or are still here. But propaganda craft, I like that term. Maybe I'm wrong, but it reminds me of propaganda craft. They're going to, like, you know, Simon Says, sort of follow me around, sort of follow the bouncing ball, will follow the bright UFO so that people look at that UFO while they don't look at the other UFOs going by, you know, discreetly between the trees and whatnot. Thank you very much, Susan. Thanks, you guys. And oh, it is Ungawa. Yeah. And Ungawa, you could also leave me a comment on whether you believe that it's bullshit or not, what I'm showing, because you're going to see in the video that I'm going to start here right now. It's very, 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 very real. And I'm going to be demonetized. Well, actually, I'm going to take the ads off this stream, guys. So thanks for the thumbs up. Why? Because I'm going to be posting some NASA footage. I can't monetize it. Unfortunately, I have like 5-10 minutes of my own research, which I still won't be able to monetize, but it doesn't matter. Sometimes I think it's fun if I take the ads off, we can post maybe some NASA footage. I'm careful. Canadians are not allowed monetizing and posting footage of NASA, but Americans are. Did you know that? It's a copywritten fact, you know, freedom of information or, fair use, as many say, doesn't work in Canada, unfortunately. Sugar B, how are you? Nice to see you. Sure, Andromeda. Absolutely. No problem. Yeah, Darla. Yep. It's coming back in fast. I got I don't know what you call it, beard. It start like here, you know, you want to laugh, guys? There's no patch here. This is all blonde hair. And when I do my stream, you see like missing hair here. This is all blonde hair right there in the center, sort of like a tiger sort of thing going. It's really cool. I'm gonna be a cool old guy. Tell you right now, my old look is Leonardo da Vinci. All gonna go bald. I still got a lot more to go, but not a lot more. Go bald, long, stringy white hair, big ass beard. That's gonna be me when I get older. I'm gonna be a crazy researcher, guys. Imagine me walking around. Oh my God. Hey, UFOs on the moon. UFOs on the moon. This is here. The big beady eye. That's gonna be me. Pentagon is lying. Because they say if we get dementia or if we regress, that's a known fact. I don't know if it's a known fact, but I saw the video on it. It's creepy. Dementia, people, when they get dementia, well, some of the things that they'll imagine, well, has to do with parts of their life, obviously, what they went through. I said, oh, shit. I'm going to be thinking aliens are after me. I'm going to get rid of Kazoo because I'm going to think he's real. You know, there's going to be a whole bunch of screwed up stuff that's going to happen. 85 watching. We're limited. Why are we locked at 85 watching? Thanks, LA. What do you think about the new moon mission from Turkey? Yeah, yeah, right. If I'm not mistaken, a week or two ago, right, my friend, that they joined. Am I wrong if I say that Turkey joined with China and or Russia, if I'm not mistaken, to uh, look for water? Because there's a couple of things that they're doing. Yes, I did hear a little bit about that. I just wanted to see if I'm not in an area here. I did hear about that on Space News just the other day. Rocket to the moon in 3 years, right? Yes, actually, no, that's not true. Oh, well, guys, you want to laugh? My friend, I found the post talking about on June 18th, 2021, that Turkey aims to send a rocket to the moon in 3 years, land lunar rover by 2030. But this was published, what I'm saying right now, on June 18th, 2021. Plans to send a rover to the moon by the end of the decade, but that's not what I want to find out about. I did hear about that. So Turkey going to the moon, was it with China? We're trying to see where the link is here. I'm trying to just give a background of this. Well, now there's a problem. There's nothing about Turkey now. It must be the key words that I'm using. Turkey moon mission is what I should be saying because that's what you mentioned. There we go. 2023, the centennial of the Republic, Turkey will perform a hard landing on the moon. A new company will be established for satellite production. No good, guys. Work and strive for regional superiority. A spaceport will be established in the country. Now, are you guys afraid? Because I am. Because honestly, Netherlands, by the way, this morning talked about their spaceport for satellites, satellite production, and satellite launching, right? The space program of Turkey is on Wikipedia. The space program of Turkey is the space policy implemented by Turkey to further its interests in aerospace. Now, here's the problem, guys. All these countries on Earth, Turkey, US, Russia, I'm just going to shoot some out, right? Canada and all this. All these countries disagree with each other. They're fighting with each other, right? US, Turkey especially, right? All this is shit. So in space, it's a race. Why do you think to get to the moon? To land on the moon and to bomb everyone and anyone else that's going to try to land there. War is going to happen on the moon, if not already happening. And that's why they're bombing the shit out of everything in space here around Earth. That's all the debris. Duh, obviously. You're going to tell me that they send up rockets and all that debris is clinging around together and smashing into each other, that they actually sent an astronaut to get up to the moon through the Van Allen belts, both the small belt and the large belt, when the radioactivity of that, the radiation of that, they would have to, even though they did say that they had a fuselage that was thick enough. I beg to differ. But all these countries are going to the moon, and they said it themselves. I just told you guys, Turkey wants superiority. Well, so does China, so does Russia. But I did hear that Turkey was going with China and Russia to work on this moon mission, if I am right. And that's interesting. And look at it the way you want. That means, Canada, the States, France, UK, you can, England, you understand what's going on? People are going to, you got Japan on the moon and stuff for the missions. But I believe that Artemis program is going to be set back, guys. I don't believe they're going to be able to go to the moon properly in the proper time that they said that they were going to be able to go to the moon. I saw a blue icon with my friend Dennis. No, let's see. Norma C. Omega-3 is really good for dry eyes. Is good. Thank you. I'm going to get one. No, I only took one. Just being a child. Yeah, Bruce's child is too, Ungawa, if ever you want to know. That's how I stay sane. So I had myself the Omega-3 Norma C. Thank you very much. I love the fish taste of that. I don't know why I crave it. I can't see anything. Do you believe in Ingo Swann and his findings about? I'm so happy. Thank you for asking me that. I'm going to say something that nobody's going to believe me. Okay. But the moon bases by remote viewing in CIA late 70s. Thanks. My pleasure. And thanks for being here, by the way. Welcome to the community. Try to get as many people from different languages, different countries. You're all welcome. If you can't speak in English, which you're doing very well, you could also speak in your own country language. I have a Spanish channel, a French channel, English channel. So here's the thing. What if I told you guys I've never, ever in my life ever looked up who Ingo Swann was? Would you believe me? I haven't. I'd never looked up who the Anunnaki was. Still didn't. I didn't look up all these, theories and everything. Thanks, Norma C. All these theories and stuff. I looked at them. I did, my friend, but I looked at them recently after I did all the research. It was people coming to my channel telling me, Bruce, Ingo Swann spoke about what you're showing on the moon. It looks like some of the glass craters that he spoke about. I'm very interested in Ingo Swann's remote viewing, and I only very recently, the past, let's say 2 years, looked in a little bit of what it was seeing, but I did find out a lot of things, more not about what he did, but about how he was chosen. Either he was an MK Ultra or a CIA, right? And that's not something that a lot of people know about. But he was being, that's what they do. The CIA, FBI, whatnot. They do projects with these people remote viewing, and they have people in another area of the world. Very interesting. I've done some tests with some friends, and it works. And it's intriguing, and maybe a lot of people can do the remote viewing. But I'm taking a guess. Thanks a lot, Elias. Thank you. I think people that want a remote view, it's not like you can try to remote view. It's that I think it happens, right? You can try to remote view on the moon, but I did myself, and it's when the visions happened that I believed it more than when I was looking. I don't know if you know what I mean. I'm always afraid that when I'm looking remote view, guys, I didn't just say, oh, I looked up a video, a how-to video, how to remote view, and I do it now. 1% of the world can do it. I would say maybe 90% could, but they don't know. Me, it's because I was doing astral traveling. I was being pulled out. I was seeing entity spirits and knowing stuff that was to happen and talking dead relatives and stuff. It's fucked up. That's why, for me, remote viewing, a handful of times that I've done that, it's because it was an emotional time that something happened. The same thing that when my dad passed away, it was traumatic. I opened a portal to the other side, or he did, or something did. But I believe that the traumatism, the energy that's exerted by a child, they say, if it's true or not, children can see spirits more than adults. We don't know if it's true or not, but it's an interesting theory. When you think of it, it would make sense. Maybe they're more pure. They don't have the corruption, the ideal of the system that totally distorts everything. Develop hatred, you develop, animosity against people, jealousy and whatnot. But a child, they say they are the purest. And maybe that's why when a child comes into this earth, they're not vaccinated and they don't have anything on them. That's like they're pure. And the minute they breathe, they're only pure for about 3 minutes until something goes into them. When you think of it, look at it the way you want. Maybe that's why people back in the days used to live to be 1,200 years old, because they weren't manipulated. And, who knows? Hey, Captain Flatastic, I thank you for coming back. Love learning about dirt. The moon has dirt, right? Absolutely. I don't have the proof, but yeah, lunar dirt. That's what they call it. They say that's an interesting subject, Captain Flatastic. At the same time, the surface of the moon, it's a lot like fiberglass, and there's a lot of like glass that's there. They say it's because of the ejecta when a meteor strikes on the moon. Uh, you know, what goes up solidifies itself. That's why they said that there's objects on the moon that look really weird, because the ejecta was propelled away. I don't know if it's true or not, but if it's not true, the genius that thought of that is definitely someone that was looking to scam someone, because that's smart as hell thinking of that. Because in a way, you see an incredible structure on the surface of the moon, and you have a hard time explaining to someone that, look, it was built. No, it's ejecta. It's plasma that solidified, hit the ground, and kept its structure. Moldavites on Earth. It's only one volcano in Germany, right, or somewhere. I don't know where it is, but the Moldavites, they're expensive. You can order them online. It comes from one particular impact site. The reason why the Moldavite is green is because they say that the atmosphere, the oxygen, stayed trapped inside of the Moldavite when the impact happened, and you have what's called jet glass, and that glass is formed, right? But they say on the moon there's a lot of glass-like surface. Helium-3, the first 10 feet on the moon, we have helium-3, which they say, and don't forget, I'm not doing like Dyson, the astrophysicist here, telling people it's confirmed. I'm repeating what we learn with the facts, scientific facts that we have online, Um, and what was I saying now? I forgot. Must have been a lie. No, it wasn't a lie. Of course not. Yeah, listen, China, Captain Flatastic went to the moon, so they say. And in an image with their lunar rover, we also notice that they're turning up the soil. There's organics on the surface. You can see it quite clearly. And you know what? They left color in the freaking image, because I brought it into my editor, and the color, you could add it into the image. And someone's saying, how do you add color? Saturate it, right? When you saturate an image, the moon's colorful. You don't have to saturate it, especially the moon, because it's refractive. But if you want to, there's no limits of what you could do on the moon. You could see the moon and add saturation to it, but it's going to look like a candy ball, a ball of candy. Literally, it's too colorful. You don't have to add saturation to the moon. It's so damn bright. People, with your P900, the moon, you can't see it, right? Like when you're far away, and as you're zooming up, it's a white ball. Then you zoom up and you start seeing it better and stuff. It's all about the light, the exposure of the light. Once you understand the light, you could capture the surface of any star, exoplanet, and celestial object. As a matter of fact, I started talking about this in 2016, guys, and NASA themselves do the same exact damn thing to see the surface of planets and exoplanets. They look for where there's bright lights on the surface. This is all written on a NASA website. Very recently, by the way, because it came out this year in 2023, not that many months ago. They blast light. The guy, this is what I do. This is how I look at the surface of the moon. I'm proud of myself. I can't say, I'm not ranting about me valorizing myself. I'm proud to have come to that conclusion. And I wasn't able to express it like a scientist. I wasn't able to um, use, eventually I learned them, but use the big terms back then. It was hard for me to communicate with all of you and to let you know exactly why I was seeing certain things. But the trolls that were telling me, why is this? Why is that? Why is it? I was able to learn it all. But light is a manipulation of the surface. That's how you can see the surface. You can add light or take the light away, and you're going to be able to see the difference in the structures and everything like that. There's even something to eliminate the parallax, by the way. Wouldn't dare talk about that, boy. John Lear was on me like I was an ice cream cone. He wanted to know how the hell I was doing that. I told him how I was doing that. He didn't believe me, poor John. Didn't believe what I was doing. Now he's there. He can see it for his own eyes. Yes, I am. I was born the same day as Galileo, February 15th. Not the same year, though. Not the same intelligence either. He found planets. I found stuff on his planets that he found. So it's about the same thing. He didn't find the moon, though, of course. I think pretty much everyone found the moon, eh? It's pretty obvious up in the sky. Find some really interesting. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for the encouragement. Nate, how are you? Despite frauds, charlatany, and profiteeringness. Yes, there's lots of those in this world too. So, people that have big stuff to try to hide stuff, like for example, the Vatican. It's got his big ass golden cross and rings, drinks out of a big golden chas or whatever, chassis or cup or whatever they call it. And I think they are aliens, Andromeda. That's what I think. Sinks a lot. Oh, are you serious? That is a good name for a boat, man. That's awesome. Sinks a lot. I love it. Thanks again, A, for coming in, my friend. Can I try to pronounce that properly, you think? Nuejmsi? Bruce, obviously not. But I tried. Thanks, A, for coming by the channel, my friend. I appreciate that. New people, always amazing. LA says, I wish more time for exploring and less time tied to computer and jobs work. Exactly. If we could all just have fun times. People are so indoctrinated. When I've said that to people, even some of my neighbors, it'd be just fun if we just sat around and had, oh, come on. What do you mean sitting around having fun? You got to work in life. No, you don't. What is that about? What do you mean you have to work in life? You work all your life. You work to wipe your ass. You work to go for a walk. You work to get into bed, adjusting the friggin' blankets. Everything in the physical world has to be done physically. I believe if it's not a punishment, it's a lesson for us before we go to the spirit world to know and feel the weight and the pain of actually having to physically think a thought and to physically, okay, and emotionally go through life and endure sadness, endure pain continually. You wake up in the morning, it's like a slap in the face, but then you get a kiss one day. You get a slap in the face, you get a kiss one day. You get stabbed one day, you get a kiss one day. And that's how it is, up and down, up and down. It's like a test. So like, not everybody makes it. Some people get to the end of their lives and they're like all screwed up, and like Bruce is getting. Thanks, Stephen A, for being here. Did anyone see the lunar eclipse? Norma, see, I saw the first one, but not the last one that passed by. It was supposed to be a partial eclipse in Montreal, and I didn't even see it. And honestly, guys, I had clouds, she says, that night and didn't see a thing. I had a lot of clouds too, Norma, see, but I was always visually able to see the moon, and I didn't film it because there was no eclipse. I did not see any part of the moon go over. Sorry, I didn't see the sun go over or block the moon. Come between. No way. I didn't see any of that, or Earth shadow, whatever the hell you want to call it. Thanks, Jackie. Right, Radar. Too many sheep. Absolutely. Lots of sheep, Norma. See, right on. It's true, you know. Bah. Captain says, Mr. Bruce sees all. Love your chat. Awesome. Hey, souls in here. Captain, a lot of people here. We are a family. Like I said, every single person that you see right here, they're good people. They've been here for years. They come back. We, sadly, rarely get new people, but we get a lot of new viewers because if there's only 160 subscribers that watch my videos, if I get 2,000 views, where the hell are people coming from? But we don't get comments from the people. Is it fake? Is it like, the government saying send him always 2,000 views and he'll get like, a handful at the end of the month maximum, and like they limit you there, I don't know. Have to wonder. See that night, but we got it 2 days later. Go figure what is real. Yeah, exactly. What is real? I hear you on that. Thanks, Darla. You guys want to send me some UFO parts? That's the place. Andromeda Native says, yes, Bruce, I told you to use the IR that night. You said it was, yeah, that's right. It was within 8 to 10 minutes, well, even earlier. It was right after I went out with you. I saw it, and wasn't that Halloween night? I think it was, right. 8 to 10 minutes. You got the visit. So happy you responded. Good thing I did, because imagine having not caught that. Imagine how many other things, Andromeda, that go by that we don't even see. So yes, they are with ketchup. Like the trolls. Trolls are good with ketchup, but a lot of salt. You get some bad ones once in a while, but a lot of fat on it. But sorry about that. 10 cent. Hey, busy person. Thank you very much for coming by, and thanks for stopping by my brother's stream. You guys appreciate that. Problematic info by NASA is we lost the tech to go back there. Absolutely, my friend. That's what we're gonna go see some NASA footage, a bit of them talking, about certain things. We're gonna go see Richard Bronson. They're gonna demonetize me. We're gonna go see Richard Bronson at 20,000 feet in the air, going at 300 miles an hour. Attempt to speak to Earth. And then after that, we're going to go hear the nice phone call that Nixon had with the astronauts in the room next door. I mean, on the moon. Sorry about that. We're going to see that. Very interesting. Thanks, Jackie. She's like the Duracell. She's like the Duracell rabbit. Never stops. Keeps going. Even when they knock her down sideways, the troll, she keeps going. Stand her back up. Keeps going. Yes, Norma. See, getting beyond weird. They're starting to scare me. Some people are starting to scare me in the States. And listen, Americans agree with that too. All these normal Americans are there, and all of a sudden there's these deranged people that declare to be American, but they're really not, right? They're taking down. Did you see the people taking down the signs for the about the Israelis to support the Jews? Did you see the Hamas sympathizers walking around New York with their frickin' flags? That there, guys, there. I better never see one. He's gonna stay on the sidewalk. I'm gonna go to jail. You said. I'll walk. I'll walk straight there, right after I punch him between the eyes. You kidding me? Hezbollah threatening and all that, everything that's going on. Heads up, it's the end of the empire. They're done. They're done. They're deporting, France, UK, deport. Anyways, we can't talk about that. That's awesome to learn trades. Yes, it is, LA. Got to change. Lamb, not mouton. Le Mouton. He's a hard worker. He's probably one of the last ones that they would lay off. Exactly. And you see, he was. It's funny. Wow, Leo. He was. He was the last that they laid off. He stayed there with two other employees. And then at the end, well, then there was only two new employees in him, and they got rid of the big salary. My son. That's exactly what happened. So there doesn't seem to be any country that isn't getting weird. You are darn right about that. It's starting to really scare me. Thank you very much. Oh, it is gal. Why am I saying then un? Well, Bruce. Sorry about that. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks a lot. I never talked about it. Last year was the first, maybe 2021 was the first time I started talking about um, my encounters and the spiritual encounters and stuff like that. I post some paranormal videos here of a heavy bag moving when it's not fair, because the bag handle, which weighs nothing, is not moving in the wind and the bag's moving. And it should be an incredible video. It should have made hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views, because it's a literal ghost in my house, a poltergeist moving objects when I asked it to. But that happens all the time. I see explosions in the house and stuff like that. But at the beginning, I didn't talk about that. Are you kidding me? Sound like a stupid ass. Oh, it just so happens he gets stuff on the moon and he has spirits in his house. How convenient, right? And then I met John Lear, and then people started getting really jealous. I have Gary McKinnon, the world's biggest hacker that hacked NASA back in the day. I was so proud of him when I heard that story about Gary McKinnon. Gary McKinnon has come to my channel, has interacted with me. Hi, Bruce. Um, and enjoyed the research. Would love to see more of the UFOs that you have, right? And you're like, oh my God, he's going to be able to look at my shit whether I want it or not. Gary McKinnon, that was awesome. I met the um, director of MUFON in the States, here in Quebec. I met in France at the same time with that guy. Actually wanted to make a movie with me. He made me buy a green screen. Didn't I don't hate the guy, but that really sucked. I paid $300 some for the green screen, but I was still able to use it either way. But I've been yakking a lot, eh? Family's getting weird. Explain Bruce course. It's not to be due to my Earth turning her poles. Yeah, polar much. Not polar much. They're turning. The sun's turning. The sun's about to blow. Yes, day 2 fasting. Over 100 pounds lost since April, LA, and I'm not stopping. I'm gonna be um, thinning it out all winter at the same time, and now you can hear my bone. I'm down to the bone. Bruce never had any bones before. Now you can see my skull and bones. You know what I meant. Thanks a lot, Tencent. Let's smuggle butter, make big bucks. Absolutely. Okay, Costa Nostra. How funny would that be? All of us with machine guns, literally crossing bags of butter, all wrapped up, labeled cocaine, crossing the border, get about 100,000 people running after us, and then we'll send the batch over on the other side. We'll just let the butter get caught. Then they're so dumb, they're not going to open it up. They're going to bring the butter back to the US and the butter's going to melt. Yeah, it's basically, see all the Cosa Nostra. Did you see all the Mexicanos coming into the States? And they're not Mexicanos. All around the world, you have Hamas sympathizers. You have terrorists coming into the States from other countries that are crossing, reaching through Mexico and then coming in. They're still talking at the Congress about the 85,000 missing kids. How do you lose 85,000 kids? Huh? Right. Maybe they're on the moon. My elderly ma thinks paying $9 a dozen eggs is okay because they got Golden yolks, what the fuck? Mom gone crazy. Captain. It is. That was a funny one, Captain Flatastic. But yeah, I know. I have some friends too. I'll tell somebody like the neighbor or something. I'm saying, you know, don't take so and so thing because it's dangerous and stuff like that. And they're saying things that are completely ridiculous. Like I'm the one that sounds like the dumbass when I talk to the neighbors. Always sound like the dumbass. Yeah, Tarla. But it's because they're used to it. I mean, those poor people, especially that generation, brother. They all, have been indoctrinated ever since, right? They have been indoctrinated. We have been indoctrinated. They're not alone. Oric Vibe 1111. Greetings to you too. 912. I stuck around for long when there's a lot of people talking. So now there's 1,000 people watching. I appreciate that. Let's start the video. 1,000 watching. How long will that last? Appreciate it. Moving right along. 1,020 watching. Thank you very much. Whatever. Assuming they are there, entire screen, we're going to share the screen and we're going into the next video. There's some audio parts on it and there's some that are not. I thought I saw 900 before I clicked off there. Okay. Friday stream number 2. Oh, look at the beautiful image. So at the beginning, you're going to hear Nixon talking with the astronauts, but it seems that we hear what the astronauts are hearing, and then after that, it goes into like the Earth message. You will notice that the astronauts will click on the message after Nixon talks. I'm not going to show a speech; it was long and stupid. He clicks on the carrier to talk back to him, but doesn't talk right away and holds the carrier down and waits 10 seconds and then replies because he was told for the delay, right? And then after that, the astronauts talk, and the minute the astronauts talk, Nixon forgot about the delay and answers back instantaneously. So just to let you know, they're talking to themselves straight up from the moon's surface, which is over 300 miles, 100,000 miles away. I'm sorry, or 300,000 kilometers. Let's not exaggerate, right? And we're going to go see Richard Branson talking after at 20,000 feet in the air. Absolutely impossible to hear him. Image cutting out. It sounds like he's sitting on the rocket. You can't hear what he's saying. So real quickly, I hope you guys can hear the volume. That doesn't sound very loud, does it?
I'm talking to you by telephone from the Oval Room at the White House. And this certainly has to be the most historic telephone call ever made from the White House.
Now the audio switches over to him.
In our prayers that you will return safely to Earth.
So he's going to press on the button, the astronaut on the moon, to talk back, but going to wait deliberately.
Down the street, they will.
Thank you, Mr. President. It's a great honor and privilege for us to be here representing not only the United States, but
they were already pressing on the carrier.
And of peaceable nations, and with interest and the curiosity and
watch the instant reply from Nixon.
Honor for us to be able to participate here today.
And thank you very much, and I look forward, all of us look forward to seeing you on the Hornet on Thursday.
You just saw the astronaut click on the button and waited to speak like there was a fake delay. But now we're going to look at this again when he says goodbye. After the astronauts speak, the president seconds will respond to him. No delay.
Honor for us to be able to participate here today.
And thank you very much, and I look forward, all of us look forward to seeing you on the Hornet on Thursday.
Reply right back. This is Bronson. Don't adjust your volumes. You might even have to put down your volumes. Let's just take note that we're starting at 26,000 feet altitude because higher than that, we wouldn't have heard them. How do they reach the planes? Anyways, the speed is 321 miles an hour. He's going to slow that down to 300 miles an hour. You're still not going to hear him. The Mach speed's going to drop right down. There's Bronson there, or Brosnan talking, Richard, okay, Just listen to the audio. I mean, it's ridiculous. Them, make a comparison with what you just heard, how clear you heard them talking on the moon, right? You could tell me all you want that they're not traveling and that they were stationary on the moon. That's why they have good sound. How fast is the moon traveling? They're not on Earth. They're traveling a hell of a lot fast. I don't know if you know it, right? Even though they say it's locked in synchronous rotation with Earth, it's locked in a rotation, but the moon does rotate. Moon rotates, takes about 27.9 days to rotate. Let's listen to the audio, how bad it is. And notice it's sunlight. I mean, he's not in space there, okay? They're coming back down here.
And now I'm looking down at a beautiful space home. Congratulations to everybody for creating such a beautiful, beautiful place. Congratulations to all our wonderful team that have been black for 70 years of hard work to get us this far.
Guys, he's going 304 miles an hour. He's at 24,000 feet up in the air, and he has sun outside. You can see he's not in space there. Okay. He came back because they would never have been able to communicate. So we got confirmation that they can't communicate with these objects when they're high up. So is this real, you think? Look at the sunlight around all of them. Richard Branson talking sounded like he was on Ganymede. Okay. And this is 50 plus years after the moon landing communication. Come on. That's ridiculous. When you see the enthusiasm, not on the face of the astronaut, this astronaut that went to the moon and that was asked some questions as to what it brings to humanity and everything. Watch their faces.
Many of us and many other people in many places have speculated on the meaning of this first landing on another body in space. Would each of you give us your estimate of what is the meaning of this to all of us?
Guys, none of them responded. Did you see? You see what just happened?
If you give us your estimate of what is the meaning of this to all of us?
They asked them, what does it mean to you all? They can't reply. They'll ask about the stars a bit later, too. Watch the devastation, the sadness. This is a funeral.
The entire program, it's a beginning of a new age.
Beginning of a new age. Do you think that was from him talking about the new era? Yeah, because he realized what was up there, that no one's going there probably. Check this.
When you looked up at the sky, could you actually see the stars and the solar corona in spite of the glare?
But not one of them, surprisingly, remembers having seen a single star by the naked eye.
We were never able to see stars from the lunar surface or on the daylight side of the moon by eye without looking through the optics.
Even Collins, who was left orbiting the moon while the other two descended on the surface, does not remember seeing a single star.
I don't remember seeing any.
He says he doesn't remember seeing anything. That's like saying, I went to a concert, a Stevie Ray Vaughan concert because he rocked, or a Jimi Hendrix concert, but I didn't think of looking to see if he was actually there playing. It's bullshit. Here's a guy trying to stand up in microgravity, right? And they're testing on Earth. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know if you remember, some of you, a couple of streams back, I showed you all what a human hand in microgravity in a vacuum, how you can't bend your fingers. On the moon, any of these astronauts fall on their back, they're like a dead turtle. They're going to dry up and die there. It's going to take everything in their power, unless they have strings beside them tied to posts. They're not ever going to be able to stand up in microgravity. They were not ever able to do experiments on the surface of the moon using tools with their gloves. Their fingers would not have even manipulating the Hasselblad camera for them to have access, a better facility of using it, right? Because by the way, a lot of people say the film would have been destroyed on the moon, but not everyone knows. Let's not try to lie. They had anti-radioactive, anyways, they had proper anti-radiation tubes that they were putting the film in. And apparently the film that they were using was deliberately against solar radiation. So whether it's true or not, we don't know. So here's just a cool one of an astronaut trying to get up. So again, you guys can look this up on YouTube. There's a test of a man who was trying to prove that the moon landing was fake, did an experiment with his hand inside of a vacuum machine where it was in a vacuum, no oxygen, right? Microgravity. He could not bend his fingers. It was hard to be able to bend the fingers. So on the moon, people would be stuck on the moon if it is 1/6, like they say, which I don't believe it is. They would not have been able to, like, jumping off of the lander like he did there. He would have bumped his feet. He would have crashed onto his head. His helmet would have come off. He would have busted his little fake vacuum oxygen hose that was made by a grade 8er, by the way. The guy passed away, and his niece lives right next door to me. Okay. And he was on a mission, grade 8 education. He made the blueprints and designed, helped with the rover, helped design oxygen pack for a mission in the 70s, which I never knew because they never told me it was 69 or 70. It's one of those two missions. So long story short, check this guy stand up. Now they're testing, trying to turn around. You see his feet, how it flies up. Not like on the moon, at all, what they showed, There's no way of them controlling themselves in microgravity, and even less control your legs and feet. So right now his feet are heavy and they're upwards because it'd be too heavy for him to even pull him down. He's just sitting there, like a fish. They are NASA Johnson, amazing flame, like a fish in the water. What the hell is this? Did I not? Okay. Here in microgravity, there is no combustion. So this is a test done deliberately. So we're going to see a test, guys, combustion on the ISS space station in microgravity, because there's no combustion on the moon. They say where there's no oxygen, there's no combustion. The combustion here on Earth is what makes our fires point upwards and rise up into the air where the oxygen and reacts with the oxygen as it's always reforming itself. You can see a fire goes up and then disappears, and then there's always another one going up, another flame, maintaining the heat. But in space, in microgravity, heat doesn't act the same way. Here they are, NASA Johnson, amazing flame. Sorry, I'm stopping it again. The reason why I'm showing this is because it reminds me of some of the experimentation or UFOs or explosions that I see on the moon. This little experiment reminds me of that. So after that, we're going to go see some of the things that do remind me of this in my own research. Thanks for being here, everyone. Comes to life in space station microgravity combustion science test. Let's check it out. Because we have combustion here on Earth because of the oxygen in our atmosphere. In microgravity, there is no combustion. So this is a test done deliberately. In space, flames are not as consistent. This is cool. There are small blue flames, right? It would be a small blue flame. So this is, I know, looks like a Walt Disney cartoon, but it looks fake. Whatever. You can see a little flame inside. It will eventually ignite. I wanted to share this because at the same time, I want to show you what I'm filming on the moon. At the very end of the video, I don't have the information to this, but obviously the bubble that you're seeing, it's because it's another element product, right? That they had to start the fire with, or the flame with. You need the heat and another element. Maybe that's what's keeping the flame inside of it. But you'll see a very odd thing. You're also going to see a weird background. Check it out. In a couple of seconds, you're going to see the flame moving around like a ghost, and then what looks like it's going down to the surface. I think they add a space background to this somehow that looks a little silly, that you'll see eventually, but you'll see what's happening. So they're doing a test, they're igniting the flame. There's the flame, ignition. Now that looks like what I'm filming on the moon. And watch what happens to this flame. Never mind the background. Looks like it's a fake background they put up. I don't know, whatever they're doing. You can see the flame moving around. Eventually it's going to fizz out.
Through it last, obviously.
Combustion.
Watch.
ISS.
Watch.
That reminds me of what I see on the moon with the explosions. So
stupid, eh? That one explosion reminds me of the UFO, my research on the moon.
They could be testing some type of combustion on the moon.
They could be igniting the atmosphere around the moon. Maybe the atmosphere around the moon was ignited, which would be scary. Did I turn the volume off on this?
All research shop.
I was on Jason's channel, so I didn't take off the volume, so I'll just put that down. So we're going to go see a similar light. But before that, for those that have not seen my channel, these are lights lifting up off the surface of the moon in Mare Fecunditatis, with the exposure taken down in the center. You're going to see lights appear from the surface. They're either coming out from the surface or they're all following a frequency. Heads up. They all travel from left to right. When I showed not these, but another 10 UFO fleet that went by, they're all traveling, following the gravity around the moon. So they're using the kinetic energy and the magnetic energy of the magnetism around the moon. Now, you're going to tell me, Bruce, now hang on. The moon doesn't have a magnetosphere. Oh, actually, you have to go back and redo your research, because just 3 weeks ago, they talked about the core. They talked about the magnetosphere around the moon now. They're starting to admit more things. They're admitting about the water. Yesterday, hours into the morning of yesterday, they admitted a project, a secret project, even though there was public working on it. It was a secret project not mentioned, of people, even amateurs, analyzing when and where they see cloud formations on Mars. They're all over Mars. Clouds, real big clouds in the sky, and not methane clouds. I'm talking about ice water clouds. There has to be water on the surface if that's happening, right? So, long story short, on the moon, let's go over now. You saw this afternoon, I showed you an explosion on the surface. Now, this is another event where you see in the atmosphere, there's a UFO high enough here that appears in my image, live video, where there's all this light, fire, and smoke around it. And just look what it does. We'll look at it several times, forward and backwards. I'll put it in black and white for you also. This is not a color filter. I do use them. If you see everything green, it's a color filter, like the UFO you just saw before. Yeah, I just want to shoot that out there. Important to let you guys know. This here is a green filter. It's a black and white image of the surface where I added a green filter to be able to see just the surface and the UFOs appearing. I had to do it. If not, you wouldn't see the UFOs appearing in the center. I bet you most of you didn't see that right here in the center there. Bet you didn't. Right there where the arrow is in the center. Going to see a nice little light appear and move. It's already moving. See, there's two of them there, and they move at the same time as that. So they're all moving at the same time under the same power. So it could be one of those lights doing everything and controlling all the other lights. Imagine one UFO driving through space to come to Earth as an invasion, but all the UFOs in the sky are not real except for one. Maybe it's a projection. Want to talk about holographic projections on the moon? So this is a straight up object. There's an explosion in the atmosphere and it's going down. You guys know it. I film objects going down to the surface of the moon in the atmosphere. They're reacting to combustion. There's no combustion on the moon, guys. Fire and smoke is a pill form on the moon, but not what I film and show you in the atmosphere of the moon. And I assure you, this is the surface of the moon. Now we're backing it up. Watch the light around it, smoke and haze. Maybe these lights, quite simply, is what's blinding the surface. Look at all that smoke up there, guys. That's smoke flying by. right? It's thicker than just smoke. It could be clouds, right? Maybe those objects are clouds, but what, storm clouds? And no, you see them reacting. What the hell is that supposed to be? You're gonna tell me that's a UFO? Never seen any UFOs like that. Wow, looks like a bird on the moon or something. Isn't that weird? Here's another light creature. I like calling them light creatures. Kills a troll every time I say it. These lights go inside of the crater. Look at it. You'll see it. I'll get the arrow up. This is a light and smoke. And I say a light. Guys, that's probably not a light. We're seeing it lit up. It's smoky ball of shit. We don't know what it is, but we're seeing it lit up because of the refraction. We're not going to hide that. Look where it goes. It's right there inside of the crater. Let's look at it. Let's look at the same thing we just saw, but with a green filter. It doesn't manipulate the footage. It doesn't change the footage at all. We're close now, but I get close because I wanted to see the lights really close up. Another light here. What do you notice in front of the light? Oh, a black spot. What's that, Bruce? Well, never, ever have I ever seen a light on the moon without seeing an object in front of it. Is it a black portal, or is that the craft that is shitting out a propulsion system like fuel or something behind its ass? It's interacting with the atmosphere. So is it because there's a propulsion system that uses fuel, or it's nuclear, or what? Or is it, you got to wonder, guys. I'm telling you, the Pentagon themselves are trying to design a bloody propulsion system. You want Pentagon videos? Screw the Pentagon. Look at this. This is on the surface of the moon, and it should be in the news. And if it's not, it's because I'm over the target. They're hiding it. They're absolutely hiding it. So people were telling me this is the frame rate, Bruce. That's why you're seeing two of them at the same time. Smart, but you're wrong, my friends. This is for real, a projection. These objects are, guys, Darla, anyone, do you remember me telling you when I showed these first freaking UFOs where I told you guys that they're not traveling across the moon, they are projecting themselves? I have the proof right in front of your eyes right now that they're projecting themselves. The clear projection from beaming from the surface. And it's going up, by the way. It's not just the surface lighting up. This fucker is traveling across the surface. Wait till I show you how they blend in with the surface and hide. There you go. Takes off after one point, and it travels across the moon, and at one point it dims down its light and it travels into the haze on the moon. You'll never see it unless you slow it down, and once in a while you see them come out like that. I'm showing you very close up. John Lear wondered with this video, how the fuck did you do that? I'm sorry, that's exactly how he emailed me 6 times and asked, how are you effing doing that? Well, look, here's a UFO that's going to disappear and leave some smoke. How close do I have to be to show you the smoke from that UFO leaving? It's pretty good, guys. Can't say I'm not close. There's no pixelation in this image. Now prepare to get scared. Did you see that? That's a UFO. You can see a bit of its light there. No filter here, by the way. That's real green light refraction or whatnot, right? Like I say, it's green. It could be blue. Don't worry about what you see as colors on the moon. Yes, the colors can be different. If you see blue, it doesn't mean it's a river. It could be red. You got to understand how the colors are seen in space. So this object's going to take off, and it's going to come down here into the hazes, okay? When it does, it's going to, discreetly blend in with the surface and go unnoticed. And I'm seeing a lot of them do that. And it's not easy to be able to catch them in your footage and see them. Obviously, we're looking at insect size shit that's on the moon there, right? No, it's not insect size, but it's small like insects, right? I love saying that because trolls actually said that it were insects that I was filming. They said I was filming light bugs, morons. Watch this. UFO is going to disappear. This is on the moon. It's a UFO or UAP. I'm not saying it's a craft. I'm just saying it's a strange phenomenon of light going around. I was speaking about this years before the Pentagon ever mentioned it. Watch this. Well, they didn't mention it. It's gone. It's in the haze now. You'll never see where it is. So you got a lot of instances of them moving around. These aren't the same ones, by the way. Look at the light. What the hell is it? Well, they're just a cloud. They're ghosts. They're like ghost figures, ghost entities, or ghost beings, or ghost phenomena. I don't know. biological light beings, light creatures, living organisms that are translucent or that have jellyfish like, sorry about that. Thank you, Paul. Is it jellyfish, guys? They're just like fluorescent, like glowworms, right? Like they have that, I don't know. I don't know what to think anymore, to be honest with you, but that really is on the moon. Just double checking here. That's Mare fecunditatis. I love that one. Let me take 2 seconds here. So, Endymion crater and all the craters, and I got John Lear that wanted me to check this crater out. He believed this was a nuclear plant. And you can see all the roads there. Like, look, guys, the bridge here going there, but there's also overpass like areas going there. There's not one big crater like that that doesn't have the overpassing regions. And I say overpass, sort of like the rainbow shaped sort of bridge like object. Let's see if we can see a nice view here. So this is Mare fecunditatis, guys. I just want to show it to you because Mare fecunditatis, that's where I'm seeing the UFOs. And the UFOs right here, okay? See that? This is where the UFOs are coming out, guys. That's where I filmed all those UFOs. Now, watch where my finger goes after where I saw the UFOs. Apollo 11. So if they landed there, which they didn't, not the way they said they did, they're not far from the activity of the UFOs, though, if you look at it that way. You're not going to tell me that's not a connection here. Look at that there. So stupid. Look at this. When I saw this, somebody told me it was a double crater. What the fuck are you talking about? Are you retarded? Look, the crater's right frickin' there, which is the same shape as that. These are structures. They're not fucking craters. Gets me friggin' mind-boggling mad. Bet you nobody sees the tower here. Must be 1,000 friggin' feet off the surface. But you can't see the elevation because of parallax. But I'm telling you. And the blue is Mare Imbrium. That's where they say that they declared having landed. Apollo 17 right here, over here on this side, which is Sinus Iridum on this side coming up. You see the line Bessel crater there, right? I see UFOs smaller than this. That's 9 kilometers. So the UFOs are about a mile that I see, but that's including the light that we see. So maybe the UFOs are not 10 kilometers long, the ones that I'm seeing for sure. And see a good surface though, eh? There's lots of that blinding light. Like, it drives me nuts seeing the ejecta like, shit. And look at that. That's ridiculous. What the frig is that? Makes me laugh. Here, a circle. You guys know there's no impact there, right? Like it's just a ring around the collar on the outside, just sitting there. It's so stupid. You can tell when some are bulgy or not, going like inverted, going inwards or not. So Ungawa. This is a 14-inch telescope. We're looking at the moon. So there it is again, the Mare fecunditatis as we're coming down. If you guys think there's anything natural there, there's not. It's a complete manipulation. Guys, look, we're going over the same footage, but I brought the exposure down. Look what's going to happen. You see how the popping greens and blues are coming out? Do you see how I'm not adding saturation, right? I'm just quite simply bringing the exposure down. And you'll often see in my footage where the exposure jumps and goes really low because I'm cutting the footage because you have to continually bring the exposure down because as you're crossing over the moon, it gets white. If you're seeing right now, there's no change in the light. It's because I'm adjusting it. Every 15 seconds, I'm cutting it and making it come up. Okay. I don't care how blurry or small your screen is. If you don't see the rectangle square there towering object, you won't ever see a structure in your life. Right here. Look at that object alone the whole way going up. And then turn your eye away. Look at this for 30 seconds and then go back and look at it. You're going to tell me, until it goes up there, that object is not a panel or a square that's hiding something behind it. You see the line going to there, to another light source right there. What do you think that light source is connected to? Another fucking light source that's hiding behind that panel. I say a panel because I showed that really close up, as big as my arm. I was able to get a really clear shot. Something else going on here. This is really important. If you guys have good eyes, you have Brucey's all eyes. Can you see that this is a higher surface? Or let's say in theory, let's say you don't see it. Imagine this being like not a waterfall, but like sort of melting ice, that high up here, it's melting down here, and you're seeing it's dripping here. You can see that there's a drip of something. Across the whole friggin' moon, you have areas like dark droppings like this here. And it's not necessarily just shadows. Like you see a square here. Look, you see like around this object, you see square-ish shapes. But look at that, how it's dripping down there. That's pretty, that intrigues me, the way you see it dripping down there. You see that? And around it, you can see, what else there? There's something, triangular-ish, darker blue. It's like, that's where they landed. That's why I'm pointing to there, where they say the Apollo 11 went, And you see see what's happening to the moon right now? I stopped adjusting exposure. Watch how white everything gets. You see that? You see no more blue inside of the Merimbrium? That's how people film the moon. But look what happens when we're here. See how dark that is? But then you go ahead and it gets white. It's always like that. You always have to bring the exposure down because you don't see the color anymore because, you're off of the moon. Here's a nice shot. Before we get off here, what do you think of that? The moon doesn't look round. What do you think of that? Do you agree with me? Looking at the moon like that, no manipulation, just the angle and the terminator line. You see how it doesn't look round? Looks like an asteroid, sort of elongated asteroid, smashed up asteroid. Are you, depending on your monitor, you're seeing the greens on top there? Are you seeing the greens coming out of the surface? Very green surface. What's the crater on the right that we're zooming into? Copernicus. Copernicus crater. We got a lot of blues around Copernicus crater. See that, guys? Over here, Eratosthenes crater. Right here. And Eratosthenes, this is the Apennine Mountains. That is the highest region on the moon, right here. How come Copernicus looks higher than that? How come this crater looks higher than the Apennine Mountains, which are, by the way, 10 to 12,000 feet difference with Mount Everest on Earth, all this here. Those are buildings, by the way. They're structures. I showed them. They're all built structures. Look like train systems in there, high up in the mountains. And look here. And I say train systems. I showed what I call train systems. You can see that Eratosthenes is that beautiful crater that some of you remember, where I showed you the clouds going over top of the craters. You could literally see the big ass clouds, or methane coming from the craters, rotting stone. Who knows? It could be a possibility, but I don't know. So that's Copernicus over there on the right. Nice shot of Copernicus. Pretty nice shot. Nice to see the moon. It's never the same, I go up. Thanks for subscribing, everyone. I go up to the moon every moon phase and every time I can. And when you see several months go by and I'm not in the moon, guys, say to yourself, it's because the moon is not visible at all for me. And I have a hard time getting out to see it, for example. So Multi-Man 40. Did you see Crosshatch's video I posted today? Give it to you. It is, my friend. As a matter of fact, before I get off here, give me a second. Yep. It's been in the news for a couple of days, my friend. Osiris Rex. And for those that don't know, it's an asteroid program, my friends. I think it was here that I saw it the other day. Oh, good. Perfect timing. The eye is going to start up again. Where is it? Can't find. Well, I'll tell you what. They brought back the sample. Bennu also. They brought back the samples of the asteroid. They're on their way to the asteroid. Psyche is another asteroid. They found quite recently another asteroid where there's a other person in the back. Hey, Netherlands has a spaceport, by the way, guys. They're going to be launching satellites also. Andrew Lepensi, man, thanks for being here, brother. Rupinder Ball, thank you very much. When you say risen, though, wasn't it canceled? It could be that it was canceled, if I'm not mistaken. Let me confirm it to you. Cyrus Rex, that's the one with Bennu. Yeah, they brought back the samples, right? They weren't able to open the sample, by the way. They were only able to open the outer layer of that sample. Assange backed Osiris Rex space station, billions of dollars, by the way. In a couple of years ago, they started that. Successfully delivers asteroid sample to Earth was the last we had heard. October 17th, 2023, this was posted. York University Lausanne School of Engineering has carved a spot in space history by contributing, congratulations to that country, by the way, an essential scientific instrument to the national aeronautics and space and bullshit and this and that and that. Anyways. Hey, y'all, I hope you appreciated the video. I hope you found the video interesting. I sure did. Kai on the road again. Thank you, Norma C. Thank you very much. Yeah, Galileo was also born on February 15th. For me, it's because it's an honor. Also, very famous Chris Farley, who passed away. Chris Farley was also born on February 15th. I'm born the same day as him. We're both chubby and funny. 'Cause I'm free falling. Right on, Kai. Multitasking and driving? Careful, brother. Same here, Susan. Edward Scheinberg, thank you very much for coming back, you guys. Sup, man? Nice to see you, brother. Hope you guys appreciated the video. Titanic sunk on my birthday. Oh, yeah. Didn't you mention? I hope so, because if not, I dreamt this. Didn't you mention that? Yeah, that's what you said the last time. Am I hallucinating? Yeah, well, I think you did. If not, Susan, there's another person here. Oh, if it's Jules or somebody else has his birthday on the Titanic's, the sinking of the Titanic. Imagine. Maybe that's what I'll call my boat if ever I get a boat one day. Bruce sinks all. Wouldn't people be stressed? You're driving in a boat and all of a sudden you wake up in the morning. There's a boat beside you on the anchor and it's called Bruce sinks all, just sitting there. So stupid. I love you guys. Hey, some amazing Alpha Kush in the house. Thank you so much. What the hell? 100 watching? That's impossible. What are you talking about, Willis? That's impossible. That is absolutely impossible. It went from 1,042 to 100 watching. Let's see, with all those thousands of people that were here, if we got some new subscribers. I see 4,000. Oh, sorry, my eyes were crooked. Let's see. Come and knock on my door. Wah, 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 wah. Well, we got 25 subscribers this stream again, but we're at 250. I was at 299 this morning. We were at 0.3, but then we went down to 250, but now we're up from 250 to 268. Interesting. Thanks for playing with me, y'all. I think it's cool. I think it's cool. Thanks, you guys, for coming in. We had an amazing stream as always. Auntie Honey, thanks again for being here. Hate fixing a typo and then seeing one when the text pops up. Can't fix it. Yeah, Norma, see, it happens to me. I wanted to write it's Wabbit season on my brother's stream, and I wrote it 3 times, and it corrected me 3 times. So people were wondering, why did Bruce just write it's rabbit season, it's rabbit season, it's rabbit season? And they said I was trying to make something funny, but it didn't work. It really didn't work. Going to watch Jason's stream. Thanks a lot, Leah. Sometimes I like to look at things up as he is talking. I'm the same. I watch streams a week after, a month after. There's nothing to it. Not everybody has the complete time. Are you guys like me? Honestly, I know you do it. You're sitting there watching someone else's stream and you're commenting and you're commenting and you're commenting. Hi, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree, Kai. Ha, funny, Jules. Hey, Norma C. Hey, how's it going, Susan? And then all of a sudden you get up and you dart to go for a piss or to grab something in the fridge or to run outside, bring the garbage, or run back in because there could be somebody that says, hi, Darla, or hi, LA, and you can't answer them. So you run back to the screen and, oh my God, I'm going to miss the comments. Me, when I'm doing a stream afterwards and I go look through all the feed and I see somebody said, hi, Bruce, love your research. My son is here with me. We're watching your videos. We always watch them. And I didn't reply to them. I feel bad, but it's part of what everything is. Andromeda, thank you a bit, she says. The opposite, right? It's not a bit, it's a lot. Thank you so much. A bit more, Bruce, since I'm already gonna be late for work. Well, listen, I'll throw it onto the drone fund. Those of you who want to help this channel grow, thanks, Andromeda. Elias, thank you, sir. Merci vraiment bien gros, mon frère. Merci bien gros. J'ai eu plus de contributions que de toi que j'ai fait de stream. Si c'est possible. Mais... Merci, mon frère. Je t'aime fort, man. Andromeda and Andromeda. I love you guys. Elias, thank you very much. You guys are exceptional. Hope you guys had some fun. I hope we got some new people that came by out of the 1,000 that were there. Alpha Kush is my friend. Alpha Kush in the house. The savior. Thank you, sir. Helen Hybrid, Andromeda, brought your friends. I've heard you must be an important human for her to introduce them. Very nice to meet you. My gosh. What an honor. I love you guys. Thank you very much. Hellion, love the name. What is that? How come there's a glitch there? Hold on. Underneath. Okay, it's Ryo. I could just see a black box around the name. That was weird. Ryo, welcome. Hellion Hybrid, I appreciate that. Andromeda, I love you for that. Thank you very much. Andromeda's been supportive. She's been here for years. As a matter of fact, it was because of her I caught, along with her help, she told me to go outside and film, which I was going outside, but she says, grab the infrared and you're going to film a UFO. And I saw one. So the energy is high here. We're a hell of a good family. Welcome, Hellion Hybrid. If you're new, if you're just coming by for the first time, be honest. If you like the videos, if you disagree with some stuff, I mean, let me know in the comment section. Not everybody always has time to comment, but 301 likes. Appreciate that. Alpha Kush, everyone. I got some guardian angels here, and I love you guys for it. 898 in chat. Yeah, it went down. We were at 1,042 before. See, 1,089. So we went up. We went up. We went up. Yes, Darla. The stream is haunted. Ooh. Hello, my friend Luxembourg. Merci beaucoup, Yves Bérubé. Merci, mon frère. C'est bien apprécié, je t'aime fort, man. Yves, dans la maison. Allô à toi. Love it, Leah. There we go. Not long, eh? Doesn't matter. It was a little bit of inspiration. There's 1,000 people that came by to inspire me, or it's someone that came by with 1,000 channels to inspire me. And that's love. That's how I see it. I love it. I think it's awesome. Where are all the real people? Thank you, Star Hunter. Karen Massey in the house. Thank you very much. Will do. I don't pick them up. I hit them. No, I'm kidding. No worries. I'll smash that like for you. Alpha Kush. I love you for it. As always. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for coming by, everybody. Holy moly. Gotta go to radio. Sad to love the freaking sun. Us getting pummeled. Yes, the radiation on the sun. Let's see what the activity is. Thanks, Mods A, for stopping by the channel. I'm going to stop at 10 mods in a couple of minutes so that you guys won't have to linger. You'll be able to get to do your own things. In Nunavut. Anyways, if you are in Nunavut or if you're Iqaluit in Canada, on that end of Canada, you will be seeing the lights in the sky. So, yeah. The sun is going to be peaking a lot and stuff. So you guys just got to be careful, when you hear earthquakes or stuff like that. Just go outside, stay away from falling objects and everything. Hey, is there going to be any UFOs outside tonight? What are the chances of there being UFOs outside tonight if it's not raining? Thanks a lot for coming by, everyone. Countdown 9:57. Nope, 9:58. Peanut butter, yeah. Well, don't they put the drugs in the coffee or peanut butter? Isn't that what fucks up the dog scent? Dog's like, he's licking. Give peanut butter to a cat. They go backwards. They think they're looking for the peanut butter, trying to get the peanut butter. Hey, that's awesome. I have an Uncle Bruce bone. Turkey has a big business and has mining factories and money. Hey, listen, Edward, absolutely. All these countries that some people think that, those countries, they're not doing it. No. Look at it. Look at Israel. Not taking sides here. Look at Israel. If I had to choose one, it'd be Israel. But anyways, Israel, not Netanyahu, though, right? The people of Israel are the innocent ones. The people of Ukraine are innocent. People of Russia are innocent. People of China are innocent. People of Turkey are innocent, right? People in Gaza. You know what the thing is? Before I get off here, in Gaza, everyone in the world knows that some people would be stranded there, right? They have to have a way out. Did you notice all the wars they stopped people from having a corridor? That's a law. It's a God-given law. And it's a law was made in all the treaties worldwide with every country, different nation, different cultures, different religions. An entry portal for someone to come in and out to bring aid or for people to get away. You can hate a country, but to stop people from leaving, kill the terrorists, get rid of the scumbags. Don't hit regular families. It's not hard, Why did people in Ukraine bomb civilians? It's so stupid. That's what they do. It's us they bomb. They don't bomb government buildings. They bomb us. That's what happens. It's so stupid. The big maple syrup heist. Thanks again for coming in, everyone. Thank you, Leah. 1,000 people in the chat is only fraction of the entire human race. Exactly. And Amgawa on top of it, we're only 70 now. So it was a come and go. It was like a wave. So when you see 1,000 people, it's like they go, oh, oh, they sit down again. It's like the subs. But did you notice the trolls attack in waves? So, but again, this wasn't an attack. I know what it was. This was a support to help because there's no views here, and I appreciate it. I know who it was too. I'm pretty sure, and I appreciate it. Cooking and fast. It wasn't Walson. Cooking and fasting don't go together. Tell me about it, Norma C. If I fast, I can't cook. Have to taste what I. I'll tell you worse than that, Norma C. You know, some people. I think my mom did that. She'll cook ahead of time when she's fasting, and have food in the fridge to be able to grab. I can't do that because I wouldn't be fasting if there was food in the fridge. Yeah. I keep everything frozen. I keep everything as a brick of ice. So if I get hungry at 2, 3 in the morning and you look, fuck, there's nothing unthawed. I deliberately force myself not to eat. No cheating done yet, guys, except for going to grab a salad maybe at the restaurant with my mother once in a while. You saw the little car of St. Hubert that I ate with three nuggets and Norma C, wishing you an amazing evening. Bruce, I believe we are in some kind of like asteroid field in this Milky Way. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely we are. Woohoo, holy crap. Elton Waltz. What's up, dude? Hey, listen, I got a lot. Andromeda, thank you very much for bringing other people to the channel. I know it's not the first time you've done it. I know a lot of you are doing it. Wayno, a whole bunch of people are sharing. There's always someone talking about me. I see some of you on other channels once in a while even talking about it. That's rare that I see that. It's rare I go to other channels. Grab the popcorn. Right on. So you must have enjoyed it. It's about to get off here. I said 10 o'clock. It is 10, guys. I'm sorry. I hate missing comments. Windsor, I remember my parents ordering hot dogs and then bitching BC. There were foot-long dogs. Oh, yeah. We have some here at in a certain area at a certain restaurant near Valleyfield that has the long hot dogs. Well, maybe I'm exaggerating there. The first hot dog I tasted that was different is when I went to the States, just across the board. I don't even know why the hell I was there. I don't know how I even got there. I was there with someone, anyways, at a fair in the States. What the hell was I doing there? Probably my parents. I don't know. I don't even know what I was doing there. Red hot dogs. I don't eat hot dogs anymore. I don't eat noses and asses. Anyway, sorry. The red hot dogs, I'd never seen that. You know, tied all together like you see in the cartoons there. Well, we don't have that here. People in the States are going to be like, what the hell are you talking about? Red hot dogs. It's just a red hot dog. And in the States at the fair, it would be in Messina or Malone, New York, that I went there. I didn't go very often to the States. I went once on a trip with my mother. And I also went to Titus Mountain. Do you know where Titus Mountain is in the States? It's the smallest ski slope you could ever ski down. You know that heavy kids go down the hill really fast, right? I was a heavy kid. I hit 2 teachers, 1 security guy, 3 students, 2 fences, some other little kids in their toboggans that I broke almost in half as I went down the hill in Mount Titus, which again wasn't high. It was high. I had burnt a hole through my both gloves on the inside because there was a rope full of snow. I'm sitting here holding on the rope to pull me up. Fatso's not going up the hill. I'm digging into the snow, making a snowman, looking in Wild Coyote in the cartoons. And all of a sudden, my fingers are now burnt. I can't get up to the top. And I remember getting up to the top. I wanted to put my ski to jump over the bump part, but the front of my ski stayed there. So I went like forward and hit my head like in a bunch of people there again. I went down that friggin' slope, guys, on Mount Titus so bloody fast. I went through 2 orange fences. I split a plastic fence to stop people from going down the hills. I went through 2 fences, and those fences were right in front of where people hung up their skis. So where do you think I stopped? I stopped right inside of the rack of skis at the bottom. 10 skis fell over on top of me. It looked like I was in a cartoon there. It looked like everyone was laughing at me. And I was like, I want to do that again. Try not to look like an idiot. So I was a comedian, right? It was funny, but it wasn't funny, you know? That was pretty bad. Then after that, I just looked cool. I went to the top of the hill and check out the people going up and down. That was it. I saw somebody, I'm visual. I said, I'm going to ski left and right. When I learned to ski, I didn't like skiing with, good thing I would have poked my fucking eyes out, friggin' eyes out. I'm skiing down with no skis. I guess maybe that's why how they teach you the first time. Maybe I'm not a skier. I don't know. I only went once. Ski cross hill, no problem. Cross country, no problem. I'm skiing down and I'm going, holy shit, this is easy, which it is. Honestly, I find skiing is super easy on a slope like this. Yes. If you're going like this, I'm visual. I'm noticing people are going more left and right quick. When I did the left sharp, I started getting really brave as I'm going down before I finish here. Going down, I'm going real big S's. Right? Then after that, I start going, and I started skiing forward like I'm skating. Holy shit, we can go anywhere on the freaking mountain and stuff. Then I start doing S, and then I start really going down fast. It went like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I was going like from 20 to 80. And then what I did is I turned sideways and I leaned myself sideways to stop, but I leaned too low. So what I did is I made a big Zamboni like spray of friggin' ice and snow that hitting kids, teachers, and everything. And all you hear was like the snowy ice, and then you hear skis, bottles, and people's shit all over it. It was hilarious. Tightest mountain. Almost broke my friggin' neck going down the hill. So what did baby corn say to mom? Where's popcorn? I like that one. Hilarious. You said it last stream too. Are you guys trying to trick me? Pretending I'm in the Matrix? Friday night. Pat, just getting off, brother. Man, thanks for being here. 9:14. Sorry I missed you guys. Yeah, you did. And I'm pretty sure you knew about the projects too. There's, thanks, guys. I hate getting off when a whole bunch of people are coming in, you guys. So cool when people notice crap like fake time lags that people forget. Absolutely. Thank you, everyone. Edward, sorry about that. Getting off soon. Merci encore à Léos, hein? Hold on here. Yeah, you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, mods. We had a lot of fun. 10:08. Bruce is still on. I gotta get off now. And of course, I'm not going to scroll down because I'm going to see the people I missed, unfortunately. 1,100 people stick around and get to know us. We loving, fun group of people. I love you, Leah. Love you guys. What became of the modular space station they claim to have established in the 1970s? Well, Susan, while I get off here, they're keeping the ISS space station past 2030 because in 2030 they're supposed to decommission it and bring it lower. MG007, thank you so much for coming back. Pull the wool over everyone's eyes and not feel guilty. Cheap. Right on. MG, thanks again for coming back, you guys. Right. Talk to you all very soon. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Thanks for the incredible support. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for the comments. And please give this video a like, but only if you appreciate the channel, which I'm sure most of you do. And thanks for coming back, my family. Talk to you all very soon. See you all on the flip side. Maybe I'll stream tomorrow. We'll see how I feel. Later, guys. Bye-bye for now. Thanks, everyone.